Hey guys, and today my face is blurred out. No. So, okay, yeah, today I'm going to be answering your questions from our 90 subscriber special, and now we're up to 100, and thank you guys so much. I'm in the process of thinking of an idea for a video to thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I'm still thinking, but after this, I'm definitely going to film it in some way. I don't know what yet. But yeah. And by the way, this is what my hair looks like. I decided to blur out my face. I was just gonna film it up against the wall with the doll on, but I thought I could entertain you guys with my hands. So yeah, let's start answering some questions. These first questions are from Alex Saedra. I'm sorry if I pronounced your last name wrong, but I know your name is Alex. Well, actually, I think it's Alexandra, because it said that, but you said just call you Alex. So, hi, Alex. Okay, so it says, congrats, explanation point. Okay. Okay, anyway. This question is for Sophia. How many hours does it take you to upload a video? It all depends on what kind of Wi-Fi I have. Like, I usually get Wi-Fi from my church at the library, and there it takes about 5 minutes to upload the longest of videos, and one or 2 minutes to upload, like, really small videos. It used to take me 24 hours to upload a video when I lived in a very small little place out in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah. And it also says, and where did you get that adorable Christmas tree? I got it at Walmart at an after Christmas sale. My brother got a bag of Christmas trees just like those for $5 because they were on sale. He wanted to make a little forest for his Legos, and I just took one and wrapped it in battery-operated lights. So, yeah. Another question from Alex. Another question, how many dolls do you have? Okay, before I say this, I want to say that I've been collecting dolls for a really long time. Since, like, ever. And I get most of them at the Goodwill and other stuff. So, yeah. Barbies, I have 102 Barbie dolls. And I have 15 Ken dolls, and I have 12 Chelsea dolls. I don't know why they killed Kelly. Anyway, and then 12 Skipper-sized dolls, and Stacy. So, yeah, they're not all Skipper dolls. They're like dolls that are the same height as her, so I use them instead. Altogether, that's 140 dolls. I have a lot of dolls. Maybe too many, but I love Barbies, so whatever. Okay, so, and when did I get my first doll? I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. No clue. Not an idea. I asked my mom. She didn't know. I asked my dad. He didn't know. So, I don't know what my first doll was. Okay, so, thank you so much for your questions, Alex. Moving on to the next questions. This next question is from Sarah Gardezi. I'm sorry if I, pronounced your last name wrong. Anyway, it says, to Sophia, how do you come up with ideas for your videos? Smiley face. It all depends. Sometimes I just, boom, get an idea for a whole entire episode, and I just sit down and sort of work it all out as I go, because I don't write a script. No, I wrote a script for the first episode of Rockin' Life, and nothing else after that. Sometimes it takes me a while to come up with an idea. Like, here's just some examples of what I do to try and come up with ideas. Well, first of all, I watch different movies. Like, I get a lot of my ideas from old sitcoms and current sitcoms. Like, that's where I get most of my stuff, and other stuff is just stuff that I come up with. Well, here's an example. I was trying to come up with an idea for a Christmas special, which I could not do. I was literally going crazy. I could not come up with a single idea for the Christmas special that is already posted on my channel, because I did come up with something. So I tried drinking a whole bunch of coffee to try and get really hyper, to do that. And then I tried, listening to Christmas music. I tried watching Christmas movies. I tried baking Christmas cookies. None of it worked. And then I came up with the idea sitting next to the part of my front porch, next to the steps, and I was talking to my brother, and I was looking for a 4-leaf clover. This is just an example of what I do all day. And suddenly I was thinking about The Night Before Christmas, who knows why, and then I decided to just make Courtney read The Night Before Christmas, and they would act it out and kind of imagine it. So yeah, that's just it's random stuff. I don't know, I'm weird sometimes like that. So yeah, that's kind of how I come up with ideas for videos. So thank you, Sarah, for your questions. And moving on to the next questions. These questions are from Bucket Rose 123. Bucket Rose. Wow. That's a really interesting screen name. I like it. Okay. It says, who is your fave doll in Rockin' Life? Phoebe or Caroline. I like Phoebe a lot because it's always been one of my favorite dolls. It starred in most of my homemade movies when I was little that I used to make. And I named her after my cat, Phoebe, who I don't have anymore. She didn't die or anything. I just couldn't take her with me when we moved, so we had to find her a new home. But yeah, so I named her after Phoebe. I mean, my cat. Anyway, so yeah, she's my favorite doll. My favorite character would probably be Phoebe or Courtney, because not all the characters have actually been in Rockin' Life yet. If you look at the credits, there's like a whole bunch of people that barely have ever been in it. 2 of them have not been in it at all, so yeah, I don't really know who my favorite character is. It also says, who is your favorite YouTuber? I have a whole bunch of favorite YouTubers. There's Sarah Mins. If you have not seen her channel, you have to go check it out. I especially like the What I Want to Be When I Grow Up, so if you go to her channel, check that out. It's really, really funny. She's really, really funny. Okay, and I also like Rockin' Barbie, of course. Who doesn't love Rockin' Barbie? Watertail Show, and Barbie Life in a Dream House. It's not a channel, but Barbie and Ricky, Stephanie Sandler, My Dolls World, lots of different things. So, yeah. She also asked, can you do a stop motion? Yes, I can do a stop motion. I can do another stop motion. I actually already did do a stop motion. You can check it out on my channel. It's called Gracie and Lily's Morning Routine, or Gracie, but yeah, it's a stop motion. If you're looking there, you'll eventually find it. It says stop motion next to it. So yeah, thanks so much for your questions, Bucket Rose, and we're moving on to the next questions. Okay, these next questions are from My Dolls World. She asks, what was your first doll? I don't know. I forget things. I walked into a room one time and completely forgot what I went into the room to do. But I guess that has nothing to do with long-term memory. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what my first doll was. So, yeah. And it also says, who or what inspired you to make Barbie vids? Many, many, many different things. Anyway, so, what inspired me? Well, I've always made Barbie videos. I was making Barbie videos when I was 11, just for the fun of making them. I would make them on this old camera, well, not old, it wasn't old, you could just like play it on a TV. So yeah, I just made Barbie videos with that were my own, and I just made them. And then what inspired me to be on YouTube? I never actually knew a lot about YouTube till recently, and I wasn't sure if you had to pay to post videos or something. But what inspired me to really try was Barbie and Ricky. They are awesome, and they were really my inspiration. But they were more of my inspiration to make my old videos. If you go to Tangled1498, you'll see all my old videos, which were not as good. It was called Barbie and Debbie. It was about what would happen if Barbie lost the dream house and moved to a very small little town. I named it Nowhere Corners, and she moved in with this really dumb girl. And I showed my hands in it, but that was my original series. And then Rockin' Barbie kind of inspired me to not show my hands and have better editing. So yeah, it was kind of Rockin' Barbie, myself, and other random things. So yeah, a lot inspired me. So thanks so much for your question at My Dolls World. And next questions. Okay, so this next question is a very creative, multiple questions by Maddie and Katie. They had different dolls ask the questions from their channel, I guess. So I actually can't find it on my phone right now, but I think I can remember what they asked. So the first question is from Simone. Why do I work at Taco Bell? I don't know. Did you go to college? Did you graduate from high school? Did you apply for a job at Taco Bell, maybe? If you don't want to work at Taco Bell anymore, Hobby Lobby, I hear, has a nice, pay and stuff and treats their employees well. She also asked, why am I single? I don't know that either. Why am I fat, smiley face, depressed, ... I don't know that either. The next question is from Sky. Okay, so Sky asked, do you watch The Voice? Yes, I watch The Voice. This season I was cheering for Jackie, but Tessa Ann won, so yeah, but you know. She also asked, what town do your dolls live in? They are supposed to live in Pennsylvania. I don't have a town picked out. Maybe Philadelphia? I don't know. I'm gonna either make up a made-up name for a town or pick a town. She also asked, what will you do when you get to 100 subscribers? Right now you're 11 away. I have no idea. I'm actually going to go try and come up with one after I'm done making this video. Okay, these next questions are from Zoe. She says, something about, I'm trying to remember. She said something about Simone being, oh, just so you know, Simone is a little slow in the head and doesn't realize that she weighs 98 pounds. Well, that explains a lot. Simone, oh, it says, anyway, my question is, how do you come up with such amazing crafts? Oh, thank you. I randomly come up with them. I do, really. Like, sometimes I sit down with a whole bunch of craft supplies and I just sort of it just all comes together. Or I already have a craft that I'm gonna make. The Santa Claus hat was completely random. I went to make the wreath and then suddenly I just came up with that, so I made it. The Halloween masks were a last minute thing too. So yeah, it's all sort of random. Okay, these next questions are from Lauren. And she asks, how many dolls do you have? 140? Yeah, just, again, all bought at Goodwill. Most of them, some of them retail. And then she also asks, what would you do if your dolls kidnapped you? I'd freak out, because my dolls are kidnapping me! I'd scream, I'd try to get away. My dolls actually do freak me out sometimes because I have them on a shoe hanger thing on my closet, which is facing my bed. So when I'm lying down, they're all staring at me, and I'm like, does that one just blink or something? So it's, yeah, it's really creepy. So yeah, I'd scream and try and get away. And just, I try and get away! Okay. Anyway, she also asked, do you listen to any music, and if so, name some artists. I listen to Ross Lynch, Demi Lovato, the old Miley Cyrus. The only song I have of hers that's new is Wrecking Ball, because I can't listen to any of her songs because they have bad words and I don't like them. And I also listen to some Selena Gomez. I have 3 Katy Perry songs. I'm not really a fan. I just like those 3 songs that I have. I also listen to Mandisa, who's a Christian artist, and Francesca Battistelli, and Taylor Swift, of course. Who wouldn't listen to Taylor Swift? And Bridget Mendler. So yeah, a lot of people. And then it says, these are all questions that different dolls ask. So yeah. The last question is from Sparkling Barbie. She asks, where do you live and what's your last name? LOL. My last name is Schwarzenegger and I live in Ponyville. No, I don't. I'm kidding, and so are you. So, no, my last name is not Schwarzenegger, and I don't live in Ponyville no matter how much I think that would be awesome. Who does not want to live in Ponyville? Anyway, so yeah, that's the last question. So thanks so much for all your questions, guys. If for any reason you asked a question and it was not in this video, you can just put it down there and I will answer it again in a random video. So thanks so much for all your questions, guys, and thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for 100 subscribers and 90 subscribers. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!